Hi friends, my name is Lucinda Watkins. I am a hiking guide, and I'm really excited because a lot of you guys are coming hiking with me this year. What I wanted to do was make a little video about the shoes and boots that I have for hiking, the pros and the cons and the good and the bad and the ugly, and why I have so many different pairs because I use them for different things. So let's start with the winter ones, because in the spring, even in June, if there's any snow, you're going to need something warm. And to keep your foot dry. So these are what I use. They are Keens. And I've been using them as an everyday shoe pretty much since October. They're super comfortable. You can walk long distances in them, and they're warm. So I did a few snowshoe trips, and they're what I used, and they were fantastic. So they are from Keen. They have this thing on the back. I don't know if you can see that, for when you do have snowshoes or that sort of thing that hold onto the binding so that it doesn't actually break down the boot. So nice protection there. I don't believe that they're like sold as waterproof, but my foot's never got wet unless snow gets in here. But I usually wear my gaiters with them, and spring hikes I'm gonna wear the gaiters just to keep feet and legs dry. So that's what I've been using lately. For a shorter hike, if you've been to my Hiking 101 talk, you've heard that my first backpacking trip, I went in tennis shoes like runners. And I ended up with sore hips, sore knees, sore feet. And really your base of your hike is going to be your shoe. And that's so important. So this one it looks like a runner, and I do use it for workouts because it is super comfortable. But it's got really good grip, really good arch support, which you probably can't see. Has that good arch support in there. And works like a hiker. So this is for my shorter hikes that isn't rough terrain, and is a nice flat path. I've got a few of those this summer coming up, and spring. Definitely Ribbon Creek. What are some other ones? Grassy, those ones. A fairly straightforward path that something like this would work good on. Now, I used to not be a fan of high tops. I find they were uncomfortable and they bug at my ankle and stuff. These ones are fantastic. So I got to try them last year. The Keens rep Alana, or my friend there, came with us and let me try a pair, and I've never had such a comfortable high top. If you look in there, it's really padded and really soft, and what's going to happen is it's going to cushion in around your ankle and not cause any grief. No blisters, no uncomfortable, no chafing, no rubbing. Fantastic. So there's a few creek bed hikes. So when I say creek bed, Grotto is a good example. Jura Creek, Cougar Creek, those ones are rocky terrain. So you're not on a flat, even path. It is a rocky terrain. I always prefer something with some support for the ankle on those rocky hikes. So if you're going on something that's uneven ground, this is fantastic, and a little bit of high top and good support for that ankle. So I've sprained an ankle before, and if you've done that, you know you can end up spraining it over and over again. So that's what I like for that. These are my little waterproof ones. I find they're good in the spring too. If it's like creek bed, so Jura and Cougar Creek, both you're hopping over the creek a fair bit, and I find these are great. So just sloshing through a little bit, not a big deal if you're not going up too high. And I find these are waterproof. I quite like them. I do get a little bit sweatier in them. I need to make sure I wear a lightweight sock that's going to breathe a little bit better. So I like those ones. Who knew I liked blue shoes? That's weird. I don't usually put them all together. They usually hang out separately. Yeah, so I like those. Good to have. So I have quite a few pairs. Also, if I'm going and doing 2 or 3 hikes in a weekend, I'll bring different shoes to change them around, because you might get hot spots or little spots that rub on different shoes. And I find if I alternate, so I don't wear, if I'm doing say 5 hikes in 5 days or whatever, which I did last year, I will alternate and switch those shoes. So that's why I have a bunch of different pairs. So my Keen sandals, I basically lived in them last summer. I had some plantar fasciitis happening. Did I say that right? I don't know. I had that happening. My foot was sore all the time. And I wore these in the house. They felt so good. So really good arch support. And as you can see, good support in through there. I love these suckers and lived in them. They're starting to wear out a little bit. Good thing I have 2 pairs. The other pair's pink, not blue. Clearly sandals. I don't buy blue. I don't know. Anyways, I can do about 10 kilometers of a fairly flat hike. In those. I like them for nice hot days where I'm going out to, say, grotto and want to stick my feet in the creek. And they're kind of a nice option. So shorter hikes and hot days, and then you can stick your feet in. I also wore them when I went to Utah and we did part of the Narrows, although that water was cold. So hopefully that helps talking about shoes a little bit. Wear them before you go hiking. You're going to find out if there is hot spots. You're going to find out how they feel on your feet, and you're going to break them in a little bit. These ones that I've had, I haven't done a whole lot of breaking in. I like throw them on and go for a hike. And then I have a good idea if I like them or not. But generally you should be wearing them. And even if that means wearing them around the house, parks around your pathways around your house, that sort of thing, which is kind of our reality this spring, wear them, get them, wear them, see how you like them, see what works, try different socks in them, and what works for you. So that's my suggestions about shoes. I hope that you're coming hiking with me this year and that you have a fantastic, comfortable pair of shoes. Tennis shoes are okay for short hikes. If you do have hip or knee problems, I highly recommend you invest in a really good pair of solid shoes with good arch support. So have a fantastic day. I'm looking forward to hiking season. I hope you are too.